Okay, welcome back. We got week 5, Packers versus Giants. Packers are favored by 7.5, and that is quite a lot. The Packers are going to London to face the Giants this week. We got 61 day numerology, we got 16, and we got 7, right? Big issues for that is Daniel Jones can get his 16th win all time and his 7th away win. Okay, so let's start this off with the 26 narrative. So 26 is a deficient number equaling 16, and 26 minus 16 equals 10, right? So 26 is deficient by 10. Say, Jay, what's the big deal about 26? Well, Daniel Jones can stay at 26 losses all time. So the sum of the parts of 26 are 16, and Daniel Jones can get his 16th win all time, right? So you got the link between 26 and 16, right? And that's versus the Packers in London. So while staying at 26 loss all time, given Daniel Jones his 10th home win, we have 26. The sum of its parts equals 16. It's deficient by 10. We could give Daniel Jones his 10th home win if they are the home team. So I'm not sure if both teams that have it count as a home or an away game completely, because I read that the Packers were giving up a home game. I know that this is counting as a home game for the Packers, but there has been not a lot of clarity because they said that teams would be giving up a home game to go to London. So instead of having a 9th home game, does that mean we both play our home game there and it counts both as us both as the home team? But I don't think so. But then how does that work? The Giants are legit giving up, or maybe the Giants are just literally giving up an away game to go, and they're doing it that way. I don't know. I was trying to look this stuff up. They don't want to talk about home teams, so I don't have all day. So he could do this a total of 26 days till LaFleur's next birthday, and a total of 26 weeks and 6 days till Brian Daboll's, the head coach of the Giants, next birthday. Now we move on to the 32 narrative, right? So the 26 narrative, not so good for the Packers, right? The 32 narrative, though, the Packers will be the 32nd team to play in London out of 32 NFL teams. This will be the 32nd regular season game to be played in London since 2007, and either the Packers or the Giants can go 3-2, so that's a 32. The Giants coach can get his 2nd loss of his head coaching career, making him 3-2. That's 32 overall, and it will be Rodgers' 232nd game all time. So it became very clear to me that the 32 narrative is a pretty important thing, right? To be the 32nd team to play, significant. The 32nd regular season game to be played in London since 2007. The 32 pass. The 22 pass and the 10 Sephiroth, the 32 pass on the Tree of Life, the Kabbalistic tree. The 32 degrees of masonry, right? So the Giants coach can get his 2nd loss of his head coaching career, like I said, making him 3-2. It will be Rodgers' 232nd game all time. 232. Now 32 is a deficient number, which equals 31, and what are the odds that the 32nd regular season London game since 2007, and the Packers being the 32nd team to play in London, would come into a game where both teams are 3-1? So the sum of the parts of 32 is 31, and both teams come in 3-1 when the Packers are the 32nd team to play there. And it's the 32nd game since 2007. So yeah, and it's not very likely because the first time a London game has been played by two teams with an above 500 record, according to Sky News, it will be a Packers home game. So obviously we are losing out on what would be our 9th home game of the season at Lambeau. And I think that that's complete bullshit, like I said earlier, because we had to play 9 road games last season. And now we have to do this London thing this season. Why wouldn't we get a 9th game at Lambeau every other year? And so now we all know that 23 is the reflection of 32, and the Giants could stay at 23 regular season wins versus the Packers in the series, and that's a span of 230 days from Rodgers' last birthday till the game. The downside is Rodgers could get his 23rd home loss all time. And of course, 23 is the 9th prime number, and this would be a substitute for our 9th home game, right? All right, then we got some more Rodgers 113. We got this all the time with Aaron Rodgers, right? So we know Rodgers in the number 113 from his last birthday till the game in London is a span of 311 days, the reflection of 113. The Packers could get their 30th regular season win versus the Giants in London, and 113 is the 30th prime number. And of course, LaFleur being born on 11/3, 113, coaching Rodgers, right? So the Packers getting their 30th regular season win versus the Giants makes a lot of sense here because of that linkage right there. So far, only the 26 narrative really goes against the Packers right now. And then we move on to the 43 and the 14 narrative. So LaFleur could get his 43rd regular season win in London versus the Giants and Daniel Jones. 43 is the 14th prime number. The Packers are going for their 14th world championship. Daniel Jones could get his 14th away loss or his 14th home loss. This would give Rodgers his 143rd regular season win overall against Brian Daboll, who was born on the 14th of April. And the Packers are going for their 14th world championship, right? So 143 is a deficient number. The sum of its parts equal 25. 143 minus 25 equals 118. This could happen a span of 25 days before LaFleur's next birthday. And 5 times 5, 55 equals 25. And from game until Rodgers' next birthday is a span of 55 days. So 143 is deficient by 118, and 8/11 is the Packers' birthday. So I've got whole threads on 118 in the Packers. You could definitely check that out. Lots of 118 in Green Bay. So definitely look for that in previous videos that I've posted up and in Twitter threads at @AsadaRpacker. Now, so the 43 and 14 narrative, obviously good for Green Bay. We got a 312 narrative, right? Not necessarily a narrative, but more of a connection. So Aaron Charles Rodgers equals 312. From Rodgers' B-Day till Favre's B-Day is 312 days. And the reason that is significant, I never finished my thought, is because Aaron Rodgers, from his last birthday till the game, is a total of 312, right? Span of 311, 113, and a total of 312 days, or 10 months and 8 days, like geometry equals 108. And that 312 days till Favre's birthday, also right, 312 is 10 months and 8 days. So very interesting connections there, the 312 days when he's finally playing in London. The 92 and 29 narrative. 92 is the 8th pentagonal number, playing Daniel Jones, number 8. Now the pentagonal numbers and the square numbers seem to be the biggest, most influential numbers. The problem is the pentagonal narrative can kind of go either way. I would lean more towards the Packers in this sense, because 92 is a deficient number. The sum of its parts are equal to 76. 92 minus 76 equals 16. So 22 is a deficient number. The sum of its parts are equal to 14. 22 and 14 equals 8. 22 minus 14 equals 8. So 22 is the 4th pentagonal number. Rodgers could get his 92nd win, stay at 22 loss at home, right? And you have, with some of the parts of 22 equaling 14, you have Daniel Jones getting his 14th loss. And then you have the Packers going 4-1, like the reflection of 14, and 41 is the 13th prime number, and that's been a big deal all season. Like Daniel Jones coming in with 13 losses all time to play the Pack, and Aaron Rodgers throwing, I gotta make a video on this separately, but Aaron Rodgers throwing that interception against the Patriots. Look at where number 13 for the Patriots, who got that touchdown scoring interception, that pick six. He was standing on the 41-yard line when he caught it and then ran it back. 41 is the 13th prime number, and I went over in my video before the game all the 13s. So Rodgers could get his 92nd win and stay at 22 loss at home. 35 is the 5th pentagonal number. And Packers could get their 35th win all time, 3 weeks and 5 days till LaFleur's next birthday. So 35th win all time, that's versus the Giants, not all time, obviously. In week 5, which is the second pentagonal number, and the Giants coach is coaching his 5th game all time in week 5, right? So London equals 29, reflection of 92 and 88, and from game until Daboll's next birthday is a total of 188 days. And London, England equals 59, and LaFleur is coaching his 59th overall game in London, and Great Britain equals 124, which I think is pretty cool, because in 2016 ESPN wrote an article stating that the previous 14 teams who played in London up until that point went on to a record of 124, 124, and 2. Guess when they posted this? On April 14th. You got it. 414, right? The article, but was interesting to me to note 124 connections, like the absolute odds of that, right? And there's the triangular narrative. LaFleur can get his 45th win, the 9th triangular number. Daniel Jones can stay at 15 wins all time, the 5th triangular number. 55 days till Aaron Rodgers' next birthday, the 10th triangular number. 136 days from Jones' last birthday, his 16th triangular number. 231 days till Jones' next birthday, the 21st triangular number, leaving him at 6 away wins, the 3rd triangular number. And his head coach at 3 wins all time, the 3rd triangular number. And the rough side is Rodgers can stay at 91 all-time home wins, 13th triangular, get his 78th loss all time, the 12th triangular number, and it could leave Rodgers at 153 wins all time, the 17th triangular number. And he could do that in Rodgers' 59th game, and 59 is the 17th triangular number. Now, with all the 13 going on, I'm going to have to lean and say that the Packers, the conclusion is the Packers will probably go 4-1. 41 is the 13th prime, and the reflection of 14 as Daniel Jones gets his 14th loss and LaFleur stays at 14 home losses. 14 losses overall, all time, and Rodgers at 22 home losses and 22. The sum of its parts equal to 14. And deficient by 8, and Daniel Jones wears number 8, and we went over all the stuff. There's more that lines up for the Packers here. There is some stuff that lines up for the Giants. I haven't had time to decode every number, which is usually key. But you know what's weird too, though, is when ESPN posted that article in 2016, it was 414 on the 124, 124, and 2 the teams went. And Brian Daboll's birthday is 414. So that's kind of coincidental, if I don't say so myself, right? And now all of a sudden they're the 2 winning teams going in, and his quarterback can get his 14th loss, and they can go 3-2, and LaFleur can stay at 14 losses, and Rodgers can stay at 22, and the Packers are going for their 14th World Championship, and all of that. So yeah, go Pack, go. May the script be ever in our favor, and I will see you next week.